All right, so in this video, I want to go over 5 words or phrases, or I think it's just going to be words that associate with what INFPs can develop or just are naturally good at. Simple things that we might do and we're just like, yeah, everyone can do that. But in fact, in reality, no, not everyone is very good at. Just a disclaimer to blanket all the different 5 things. Everyone in this whole entire world of 8 billion people or whatever we're up to nowadays can do every single one of these. So with the world of what INFPs are more naturally gifted at, these are just 5 things, not to be limited to many, many other things that we are capable as INFPs of doing. All right, the first word I want to go into is passion. Passion, we all probably know what passion is, but nowadays in this world, everyone wants to go so fast. They don't want to do this. They don't want to like really sink their teeth in a lot of things. And where INFPs are, we can get stalled out with not producing things on a regular basis, like every day just pumping out stuff, because it's something, you know, typically we need to be inspired or something that just we really, really care about, no matter what it is. It could be the most obscure thing ever, but really what it is just something that you're into, is whatever it is. You know, and it's common with the whole art, music, writing, multitude of other facets. That's not something just to be taken for granted, because a lot of things that are made in this world today are not from a passionate source. It's just like, okay, I got to pump this out. I got to get this done. So when an INFP grabs hold of something that really interests their curiosity, that may be, you know, years apart from each other, but when you do find that thing, if you really just bite into that thing like we do, like a pit bull, you just grab onto that thing and just... It doesn't matter who's in your way. You're going to crusade to like the crazy levels of just like, it's almost like, I don't know, getting drunk. It's like liquid courage, you know what I mean? We have our blinders on and we don't care. Like, it's just, okay, I have this belief. Not everyone's gonna believe it, and that's where you gotta kind of really find a balance with intense passion that we're capable of, and also not just bombarding everyone where everyone just doesn't wanna deal with you at all. So there's a happy medium of passion and, you know, just getting people on board with your passion and not scaring them away because they're like,
dude, who's this crazy person? Get away from me.
But no, when we really take on a cause, whatever that may be, and we really just run with it.
And then even more people joined in. Somebody later told me it gave people hope.
There can be things that are just developed out of that are really something that can be amazing. And passion is something that INFPs, I think, really just are constantly on the search for. It's just that feeling. It's that just, you know, plugging away at all our NE and just going out there and experiencing things. That's not really that passionate. I like that. That's cool, blah, blah, blah. But it's that thing you find just randomly. It's just like, bam. And then once you pursue down that road, you can make some cool stuff and really just help this world out, you know, things like that. All right, number 2 is altruism. Some of you guys may not have heard this word. Basically, it's the same as being categorized as unselfish type person. As INFPs, we get a bad rap on the FI being extremely selfish, and we are the most selfish people in the whole world, but that's just not, in my opinion, the case at all. Any one of us can be selfish at any given time. There's good times to be selfish, to when you're looking out after yourself and you really need to work on yourself first, because if you're not in a somewhat healthy state, there is no extreme benefit of you going to help others. It's just not a good combination of just nastiness upon nastiness. It's just not good. But altruism it's basically like there's a lot of like, you know, someone who does that is someone who's gonna volunteer to like charity work, things like that. And I know for me, when again, we're going into that whole INFPs are really only care about themselves. They're only FI, they're internal, they're not external, they don't care about the group. It's complete BS. Because I know for me, my whole life, it's like the thing is, I think where it might get construed at a lot is I don't reach out to people. Like, I'm not going to call hey man, you know, it's not saying I don't do it, but I'm not going to call somebody randomly and check in on them. Hey, how you doing? How you been? Is there anything I can get you? Can I do this? Can I do that? No, I'm not that kind of open forward person. But if someone needs me, if someone calls me, they want to talk, a family member, a friend that's really in a low point, more times than not, I'm going to put my stuff aside. And I'm going to go over there and I'm going to lend them an ear. I'm going to see what I can possibly do to kind of help them get out of their situation. So in that aspect, I do. It's like, but there's a balance with it also, because going back, you don't want to sit there and just drop all your stuff all the time for other people. But I just find that, and there's a lot of stuff I can drop. If I'm watching some TV show where it's getting towards the end, someone calls me and needs some time, I'll turn that TV show off or put it down, just to, and it's not to say that's a huge sacrifice. But there's things like that where it's like I will, without even second guessing it, like just, yeah, no problem. What do you need? And, we can get taken advantage of it because people find kindness as weakness, especially in the Western society and a lot of places in the world. If you're too kind or you're helpful, whatever, then you're weak. And thus, that person is not a benefit. And that's just completely saddening to hear. So number 3 is going to be empathy. This is going to be the ability to put yourself in other people's shoes. And it's basically just being able to really understand what a person is going through. Empathy is a skill you can get better at through practice. As for INFPs, this is a common term that is associated with the INFP amongst other types. Anyone can be empathetic. But as for an INFP, it's something that we naturally are good at just due to the reason that we are so internalizing everything, and a lot of it's emotion-wise and things like that. So for us to have the ability to really process through really, really negative, dark times and just positive times and happy times and all the times, we'll get judged because, we're sitting there, we want to spend a day to really kind of go into that world. We have to really unravel things, and it's not great to be in the negative times, but there is an understanding we get with it that a lot of types don't ever get because they just don't go explore what it is to be in that really dark state. Sometimes I just need to be in that dark state. Everyone needs to leave me alone. I need to process it. I need to understand it. And then once I come out, I have a better understanding, then I move forward with my life. I don't sit into things for long periods of time anymore like I used to. Just because I'm getting more efficient with it to really process through all these things. I'm getting more quick with it so I can kind of come back out and, be a contributor in society and this and that instead of just being some, 2-month hermit who is just down on themselves all the time. When we get to that point when we just, we subliminally don't realize necessarily that we are building our empathy skills up by going inside, because empathy is something on another person, you know what I mean? It's like, well, how in the world am I? But a lot of people do not really get their internal self that good. They just don't. They don't want to go put the time in. They don't want to do this. So we see them out in the world doing all kinds of crazy surface level stuff and interacting, do all this stuff and this and that, but they're also on their free time, not so much going in their head and really, really just, why did I feel that way? Why did I do this? Why did I do this? That's fine. I'm not going to knock those people and say, you guys are no good, we're better. It's not to say that. It's just to go into saying that when it comes to empathy, when people need our help to really, it's some kind of life event in their life that just hit them out of nowhere, we most likely have a combination of different emotional experiences in our life that we went through already. We already processed. That person hasn't processed it. They came to this event and just be like, what in the world is going on? We kind of already have this silver platter thing that we can kind of hand over to them as kind of a guideline tool that, hey, how about, softly, just, navigate this, do this, and it's kind of a subliminal thing where all this stuff just came out of nowhere, and a lot of times we don't really know where it came from, but it's just from our experiences in our past, and that is invaluable to someone else when they're so lost and just don't even know the right step, and we show them, okay, you're in this dark negative state. Here is my kind of step-by-step, not a step-by-step procedure, but just the way we do our things, this is what I would do. And it helps them out. And a lot of people need that in this world. And it's just very comforting and warm when a person can do that and help you out. You know what I mean? So number 4 is going to be imagination. Our imagination's pretty good. We like to spend time on the inside. And that just comes with just really just thinking of all those abstract ideas and things like that just form. What if this happened? What if that happened with that situation? Do this and this. And it forms this really vivid almost real-like world internally, which a lot of reasons why we can get caught up with not producing something on the external world with our internal side is because our imagination can be so great that just on the outside we just can't compete with it. But a lot of imagination is something that is lost. It's something that's somewhat frowned upon. It's a childlike thing that, yes, when we're children, it's more, oh yeah, have an imagination, go outside and play with your friends, build forts and things like that. And so like when we get to that adulthood age, there's a lot of that's just shoved down. It's like, this is not okay. You can't be having an imagination. That's for kids. But us, we're gonna resist that. We're gonna go in there and be like, yeah, well, whatever. I'm gonna go pretend I'm listening, but now I'm actually in my imagination because you tried to bully me out of it. And I like to have an imagination. But the imagination can help this world out so much with just taking things that are out of nowhere and kind of adapting them to be an offer that, you know, we can get accomplished for the outside world. That people without imagination, they just used to what they know.
Well, this has always worked in the past. We have stats in 1943. We did this and this, it worked.
If you're not using imagination, you're not going to create new things that can possibly help things even more. So imagination is one that it's a good thing if you know how to apply it and give out into the real world. All right, number 5, last one, is going to be individualistic. It's a very strong term that I am very partial to. I believe that everyone, regardless of type, should go find their own individual person. We're so unique in that, you know, people get caught up in the whole 16 categories. We're supposed to be the exact same person. We're supposed to act the same. We're supposed to do this and that. But as INFPs, you're generally going to understand that, no, that's not the case. Everyone's different, so everyone should find their own path. So my path is not going to be the same as your path. It's just not. Just because we share the same preferences of 4 letters, the human world is made up of so many different people. So for the majority, I would say, of the world, you know, they don't chase their dreams. They don't do this. They don't do this. So they get caught up in the whole group mentality where everyone just, hey, let's go shimmy over this way. It just takes away everyone's individualisticness. That's a word, right? If you're a person who really just, okay, I see where they're going. I see what's going on over there. I'll entertain and dabble, go see what's going on, but then you take what you gathered as information, and then you come back and apply. Is this where I want to go? Is this the direction I want to go? So INFPs generally have that natural ability to kind of like, you know what, I don't want to do that again. I don't want to go that road again, even though everyone's doing it again.
Oh, remember the last time? It was so great.
Yeah, but it was cool, but there's other stuff. I want to go do this. I want to put my time this way. So when we have the ability to really just take all those experiences and just turn it around, does this work for me? NEFI, all that stuff. Go experience, bring it in. Does it fit? No. Push it away. Then it really gives us the ability to really just see above that canopy of pressure that's, the world and society and the majority, which if you're ever doing anything going against a majority group, if you're going against that, you're just going against the grain. It's a very difficult road. It doesn't matter what you're doing. It's just a big road ahead of you that it's not going to be easy. So the more you really just firm your path and be like, I don't like that, I don't like this, I don't like this, I do like this, I do like this, you start kind of carving your path. You're still stepping off to the side, you're stepping off the road and just trying to like, yep, okay, group, nope, and then you just keep going that way. And I think for INFPs, it's an extremely important term and concept to really understand and really fight for. Because once you start getting that clarity of where you want to just go, wherever that is, it can go anywhere.
INFPs have to go this exact path.
No, you have to go on your path. That's the answer. It's not like there's some written rule that says you have to go find this exact same thing that I'm going to chase. No, that has absolutely nothing to do with individualisticness. It's your path. So again, just for the stuff that we're doing, naturally, of processing experiences we had, we get the ability to also be very good at doing our own thing. And that's a skill that a lot of people just can't do. They're not willing to go fight for their path. They're content going over there. Yep, everyone's going that way, so am I. All right, so that was 5 things. I wanted to be quick and snappy and punchy, but I couldn't pull that off. So take it easy. Hope all is well, and I will catch you guys in the next one. All right, later.